hello everyone. We are here for another episode of our Show Up and Grow Your Business. And on today, we have Selva Souza, who is going to be with us. And she is a network marketing veteran, been in the industry for, I believe, about 10 years. But I'm going to let her give her story here in a minute. But so glad to have you guys jumping on with us for today. And as you're jumping on, feel free to say a quick, hey, let us know where you are viewing in from today. I know we have people from all over the world that are tuning in. So just drop down and just let us know where you are viewing in on today. And also, if you would, if you have a question or something like that that you would like to have answered or maybe possibly have answered on today's broadcast, feel free to drop it down there in the comment section. And I'm quite sure that Ms. Souza would not mind answering that question, or if she feels that it's a question that may need to be reserved for a later date, she'll probably say, hey, I'll get back. I'll reach out to you once this broadcast is over and we can go in a little further detail. Okay, so glad to have you guys jumping on. Hey, Crystal, and hey, Jessica, glad to have you and glad to see you guys. All right, so let's jump into today's broadcast. And I would like to just introduce to all of you guys Selva Souza, and let me unmute you real quick and bring you on. All right. Hey, Selva, glad to have you on today. Can you say a quick word just to make sure that we can hear you?
Hi, everyone.
All right. Yes, you are definitely coming through loud and clear on my end. Okay, so we're going to dive right in. And if you can, just allow the audience to just get to kind of know you. Just let us know, what do you kind of do, or what were you doing before you got into network marketing, and just a little bit about yourself.
Well, thank you for having me here today. Basically, I'll start by saying that as a profession, I'm a lawyer. And I've been studying law, and then after law, I work in a law firm. And on top of that, I do network marketing on the side. Basically, I did network marketing for a long time now, and I've always loved it because you get to communicate with other people, different, countries and different people. And you also get to experience different dialects, and you get to meet people through other people, and other people can bring you to networks that you would never imagine getting to them. So that's what I love doing. As a profession, being a lawyer, it also gets me to get connected with my future clients. And what it is, I do network marketing to make more friends, because life is about having people and different kinds of people from all different kinds of trades. My best people that I work with is tradies, especially electricians and that. Basically, what they do, they see more clients than you will ever see. I've got LinkedIn. LinkedIn has helped me through the years, and it also connects me to a lot of people. And that's basically why I love network marketing. It's not even about the money, because the money comes and goes. The relationships that you build and that you meet can be your friends for life. There's people that you meet as strangers today, as yourself and I, and you never know what they will hold, because even though we're different countries, but we're all going through same life circumstances, different levels. So that's why I'm here today, to help other people to see they can do it as well. And if you're not doing it for the money, do it for yourself, for your own self-well-being.
Yeah, that is great. And you touched on one aspect of network marketing that I don't believe a lot of people really grab a hold of, and that is the idea of actually networking, getting to know different people. Some people, or a lot of people come into network marketing simply because they need the money, or they want to start producing this side income, and forget about the whole network part of it, and actually making connections and meeting new people. And like you say, just getting a chance to hear different dialects. Before I got into network marketing, I was kind of like you. I was kind of stuck in my own little bubble, here in the U.S. Didn't really have many friends outside of the U.S. But now, since being in network marketing, being online, I run into people from all over the world. Like with you, I believe you are in Australia, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes, yeah. And so, it's like you allow your mind to get opened up to this bigger world, and just being able to meet people from all over the world, and just be able to share and just see that we all share in the same struggles and success and all of those types of things. And it's just great to have those type of connections. And I'm glad that you brung that particular point up, because I think it is a very important point that we ought to kind of grab a hold of and really start kind of really love it. All right. Love that fact that we can meet a lot of different people inside of network marketing. All right. So if kind of just going a little further, when you were, or how were you introduced to network marketing? Did you have a friend or something that introduced you, or was it you online looked for different ways you might produce an income? How did you get into network marketing?
To be honest, I have a funny story that started. I had a friend that was always happy, and I'm like, so how are you always happy? She's like, I just meet different people from different kind of worlds, and what I do is just introduce myself to them, and you never know, like they become your friends. And these days, no one helps anyone with network marketing. It's like you help me, I'll help you grow too. So the minute you start network marketing, you just keep on growing, and people care about everything that you say, and people care about your story, because some people will go through, like, for example, go through like an accident, and then you'll be like, oh, I'm the only one in the world going through an accident. Through network marketing, like this lady wrote it in, like, we have a group chat, and then she wrote it, she goes, oh, I had, and I feel so bad today, blah blah blah. And then we all comfort her, and then through network marketing, I didn't even know the lady, but my words impacted her so much what she needed that day. And that's what I love about network marketing, because when I started, I go, it's a waste of time. Who would want to be on the internet? Who would even want to talk to me? Who would want to even approach me? But then it's not about people approaching you. You want something, you go and get it yourself. Like, you have to approach people and be like, look, I'm happy. You should be happy too. And when she approached me, she's like, Silva, just try it. Try it for one day. Try it for one. And I think people are scared of trying, but it's like the first time you swim. You get scared to touch the water, but then once you touch the water and then you swim all the way, it kind of become a professional. And you can't become professional overnight. And that's what network marketing is. And that's why a lot of people quit, because they're like, oh no, I tried yesterday. Okay, how long did you try? I tried it for 1 hour. 1 hour is not enough. People have been doing it for 30 years. And like, I've been doing it for so many years and I'm still not up there. Like, it takes time. And the thing is, people compare yourself to other people. You have to have mentors. See, I have mentors that have already reached that limit that I want. You don't have a mentor that's your friend that started with you, because they can't help you. You have a mentor that's like high up there, and they're already earning the figure that you want if you're doing it for money. But like, I see happy people and I'm like, I want to be like them. And the only way I can be like them is by asking them, what is it? What's your secret? And their secret is, look, do network marketing, connect with new people, be like, surround yourself with positive people that give you, and they give you your mentor for life. And they'll teach you things that you will never know. And I'm telling you, like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, these things is where you start. And then you just grow. And sometimes, like, I met someone 5 years ago through network marketing. My intentions were just to talk to him about students to study, for example, for this course. And then 5 years down the track, he offered me a job, because we had that connection. You build the trust between two people. And what it is, like my other profession, I'm a trainer. And then through that trainer job, I realized that you see a lot of people every day. And you start with yourself. Like, if you're doing a network marketing product, you have to be invested in that product. You have to love the product you're selling, because you can't sell, no matter, even if it's toothpaste. You can't sell toothpaste if you don't use it yourself. Like, and that's my goal in life. Like, to do something, I have to love it first for people to love it. So my only, like, main, advice is, do something you love, because if you don't do something that makes you happy, you will never be happy.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. And I was listening to, I don't know if you ever heard of Gary Vaynerchuk, and he was talking about those same lines about, being happy. He was saying, how some people, they're in jobs that they just hate, but they're in them because they have to make, you have to make a living. And he says there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, where you're spending all that time on that job that you hate, when you get off of that job, start spending at least 3-4 hours a day in doing something that you love. Something that's going to make you happy. And he says you just stay continual with that and just stay consistent with that, then, that could, possibly one day get you to the point to where you are happy every day because you're doing the thing that you love every single day now. So I just love that whole aspect of just finding how to be happy. All right. Because I think that's a goal that a lot of people strive for, and that is, how can I be happy in life? How can I go through life without being, kind of just trudging along and not, and sad and upset all the time? But, I like that where you was talking about how can I be happy? I see someone that is happy. I want to figure out, well, what are they doing to be happy? So let me try doing that. And so I love that. I love that. Now, there are some people jumping on. Hey, Sherry, glad to have you jumping on today. Also, like I say, if you guys have any questions for Sousa, Miss Sousa, please go ahead and drop them down there in the comment section. All right, and we will get those questions asked on today. So for a new network marketer or for a person that's just coming into the industry, what type of mindset do you believe would be most productive for that person that is just now coming in, for them to, be set up for success?
My number one rule, I say, do not tell your friends and family, because once you tell them, that you'll be discouraged. That's the number one rule. I've always seen it in every client, every department that I've worked in. What you do first is read motivational books. Like every book that I've read always leads to the Bible. And the Bible always tells you, have faith. Without faith, because you never know what tomorrow will bring, you need to have faith. And the second thing is, every book that I've read, from Rich and Grow, and there's like the top ones that I've read would be Rich and Grow, Think Rich and Grow. And basically it teaches you the steps. It gives you that guideline where to go first. Second thing, you have to have networks. And in order to get networks, you have to have friends. And in order to make friends, like for example, what I do, I write motivational quotes every day. I have my own page and I don't earn money from it. I know I'm making a difference to someone's life out there. So if you're feeling down and you read my quote and you'll be like, oh my God. And that quote came from a book. It came from somewhere I saw it while going to work. And I get the train every day to work. And while I'm on that train, I think of how I'm feeling that day. And I'm pretty sure 99% of someone out there is feeling the way I'm feeling it. And I'll write quotes and how I'm overcoming it. And that's what network marketing does. People will only connect to you when you're showing them you don't need something out of them. Because network marketing, it's like the minute they look at you, look, I don't want to pay you money. They straight away jump to the money part. So you need to get them without getting them money. It's like you're not manipulating them to such a thing. You're showing them love without using them, if that makes sense. So basically you're giving them something free, but down the track you'll be like, oh, you know what, I have this network marketing, are you interested? So it just takes time to build that relationship. But I think the way I remember when I first started, I was scared. I didn't know how to do talk in front of people. Now I can talk in front of 500 people, it's not a problem. Whereas when I started, I'm like, I could never do this. I was always scared and always a shy person. But then you look at other people, you watch videos, and YouTube these days teaches you everything from the day you were born to the day you die. Like it even teaches you how to, get ready for everything. So there's always hope out there. There's no such thing. Like I came from Iraq and that was a poor country, but we're living in Australia, and every country has their own system. But in our system, we've got, if you need help, you go to the nearest library, you go to YouTube, you go to the internet. These days, you just go Google or Facebook and it'll tell you everything you need. So there's no excuses anymore like before. Like you can't say, oh, I don't have the financials for it. Everything is there for you. And if you need, no one goes to a network marketer and be like, oh, did you do it overnight? No, it didn't take overnight. Even me doing this today, I just want to know what USA people are thinking about. Do you know what I mean? I like to see other perspective, other people, and that way you just keep on growing. And maybe what I say today might influence someone in the future, and they'll be like, "Oh, you know what? I'm gonna try it. Why not? If she can do it." And I think reading books about like famous people who started with nothing, like Steve, like there's a lot of them. I really enjoy Steve's story, how he started from nothing and now he's gone, he's like multi-billionaire. And the thing is, you also read books or watch movies if you don't like books. What I tend to do when I'm at work and I'm bored, I listen to audiobooks. So then people are reading it to me. So there's no excuses these days. If you really want to change your life, it's about changing you and your mindset. But sometimes we don't know how to do that. There's people out there that live for that moment to change people's lives. So why not use them? And you're using them for free. And then get a mentor. I think those people that can afford a mentor, mentors do help. Like my best mentor will be Maggie. And like, I can send you guys a link. She's really good. And what she does, just by looking at her Facebook every day, she'll wake up and she'll be this positive person. And I'm like, does this person have problems? Like, do they go through sorrow? Do they have, financial debts? Like, is it only me with these debts on top of my head? So you look at people and real life, like everywhere. And the thing is, the good thing is, Australia has a system called Centrelink, whereas like in USA, you guys struggle more than us. Like there isn't that much supportive. So I've seen a lot of Americans, uh, their mindset is better than us because they struggle so much that so they have to start from zero. And the thing is, they do it. And every single person I've read about from, like, I don't want to mention a lot of names, but like even just Googling the most people, like Albert Einstein, like some people say, oh, I'm too sick, or I'm not intelligent, or she's a lawyer, she can do it. For me to become a lawyer took so many years, and like it was so hard during the process. But I kept watching movies after movie. My favorite movie had to be this girl went from homeless to Harvard Law School. And then the thing is, you look at these people and you be like, you have to ask yourself, you have the same brain, you have the same eyes, same nose, same, like you've got everything that they've got. The only difference is that their mindset, and God doesn't give you the mindset. He tells you, look, this is the direction, you make the choice. So I guess your choice is today. And if you don't change today, no one will do it for you. So
yeah.
that's my opinion.
That's great. That is great. And I have this thing that I try to do every single day, and I try to inspire everyone else to do, and that is, always just try to be a better person today than you were yesterday. Whatever it is, just try to be a better person today than you were yesterday. So that means that in order to do that, pick up a book, like you say, read, look at a YouTube clip, all those types of things that will start getting a lot of the bad junk, I like to say, out of your mind and start getting some good things into your mind that will make you that better person. Because it's not, I know in the US, we have this thing that everything is kind of like instant and it's overnight. We see, we got McDonald's, we got all these different fast food restaurants. And so now we just have this mentality that when we want something, we ought to get it the next day or within 5 minutes. And if we don't get it within 5 minutes, we're upset and we're complaining. We're like, oh, I'm through with this, or this doesn't work, or I'm going to another restaurant because they're faster and all of this. And so we've lost the mind that it takes time in order for anything of true value to be established. So, and when it comes, I think back when we were in the agricultural type of society, we had that understanding that if we were to grow a crop, we knew that when we planted that seed, that it was going to take some time before some fruit would actually appear from whatever we were planting. But we just don't have that now, because now we can just go to the supermarket when we want an apple, and we can buy that apple and we can eat it there in the supermarket if we want to. but I think that mindset is a very crucial thing when it comes to network marketing. And like I say, just being that best person or a better person today than you were yesterday. And Sherry commented in here, and she says, I try to do the best I can with my business, just being myself. Think it helps me. And can you elaborate on that? Because there are so many like different trainers and trainings and teachings. Definitely when you go to YouTube, you hear all of these different things that come at you. What do you think about that idea? That it's good just to be yourself.
The secret is, to be honest, if you're not yourself, no one would want to be you. Why would you want to copy someone? Like, I think you start small and you take steps. Maybe those steps won't lead you to where you want to lead, but it will lead you to a better door. Like, you have to knock on doors, for example, and then say there's like 7 doors. And doors can be opportunities, can be like, and try something new every day. Like, even if you like type in Google saying, oh, I failed today doing, marketing, but what can I do that can be better? And then just instantly it'll tell you a list of what you can do. And what I do, I just wake up in the morning and every day I would be like writing 10 things that I love about my life. And next to it, I'll write 10 things I'm going to do today to fix my telemarketing or to fix, online marketing. And what it tends to happen is by the end of the day, I'll tick off everything that I've completed. And then if I haven't completed it, I'll be like, oh, that'll be, tomorrow. Mind you, there's things that have been left till next year. Like, I'll be like, oh, I'll do it tomorrow, and then that tomorrow never comes. So you have to be constantly reminding yourself that in order to succeed, you have to try. And no one will give you a dictionary or a to-do list or a guideline saying to you, look, just because something works for me, it doesn't mean it's going to work for everyone. And the other thing is, but that doesn't mean it might help you. Like, what helped me become from A to Z, I reach Z in like 2 months. Whereas someone else can come and do it, they'll reach it in 2 days. And the only reason is that because maybe their circumstances weren't the same as mine. Or maybe they're reaching, and like at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that there is the right time for the right people. Sometimes you can be the most biggest professor out there and you can be the best lawyer in the whole, New South Wales. But the other thing is, if they don't have the money at that time, they can't pay for it. Or, for example, if they don't have the mindset at that time, but you are like what you said, you grow a seed in people. They might come back to you after 3 months. And you have to prove to people that do not want you to succeed. And I think that what motivates me every day, because I do it for myself and I am who I am today because I wanted to be who I want to be, but at the same time I wanted to prove a lot of people wrong, because there's a lot of people out there that doesn't believe in you. But believe me, when you're failing or when you're not succeeding in life, you'll see every negative person around you and they'll be like, oh, you're not succeeding, oh, you're failing, oh, you're doing this. The minute you become successful, no one asks you what you're doing. And some of them still don't believe, you succeeded, because they'll be like, oh, no. They'll just, label you for your history, or they'll look at your failures and they'll stereotype it. But those people, I don't blame them because they're sad themselves. And the thing is, some people just want to be who you are, but they don't see the years that you put in to become who you are. So that's why the main thing is you need to just have patience and keep trying, no matter how many times you fail.
Yeah, that's great. That's great advice because so many people they'll try something and it won't work, and they'll be like, oh, well, I'm through with everything. Instead of being like, well, I'm going to try something else. I think it was Tony Robbins. I was listening to something about him, and he was like, what do successful people do? He was in a room full of successful people, and he was like, what do successful people do when something doesn't work? And they pretty much said, try something else. And he said, well, what if that doesn't work? They said, well, we'll try something else. He said, well, what if that doesn't work? And they kept saying, well, we'll try something else. And that's the whole idea behind becoming successful, is that, you just continue to keep trying. Every single day, you continue to keep trying and improving. You said one thing there, I believe, about how you have your list of things. and you go through and you kind of check them off. And I think one thing in network marketing that's not really taught is this whole idea of going back and what do we call it? Like observing your results or seeing your results and seeing what you can do now to improve on the results that you were given. Okay, so for instance, you may have an upline. You may go to your upline and say, well, hey, I've tried this. I've tried reaching out to my family and friends, or I've tried this and all of that, and I'm not getting any results. And most uplines will say, well, just keep doing it. All right, just keep reaching out to people. Just keep reaching out to people, which I believe is fine. But unless, in my mind, unless you change something, then you're going to keep getting the same exact result. Okay, so what you should do is go back and say, okay, this approach that I use when I talk to this particular person, or I talk to this group of people, okay, I got a result that I didn't really want. So how can I tweak the way that I talk with this audience, or the way that I approach them, that may give me a different result? And then try it and see how that approach works. And if that approach doesn't work, well, analyze it again and try a different approach. And so I think that's definitely one of those things that will lead you to success. It's just always, trying something and then evaluating it and tweaking it, and then going back and doing it over and over and over again until you get that process down to where it's almost like a science now. That once you talk to someone a certain type of way, you're going to get a certain type of result. Yeah, and so I love that. I love that. All right, so Terry Lee, hey, glad to have you jumping in, and just want to say, I don't know, can you see the comments that are coming through, Selva?
I can't, but I'll just double check why.
Okay, all right. Well, Sherry said,
yes, now I can.
Okay, great. Sherry says this is great information, and she just want to thank both of us. All right, and Crystal says yes, an original is much better than a copy. She said you need to have your own way. You can learn from others, and you can also teach others different things. No one can map your own success for you, and I think that's true. You can get guidelines. And you can have other successful people that have reached a certain pinnacle in whatever your endeavor, and they can give you the actions, or they can show you a particular way in which to go. But it is still up to you and to do the actions and to go those particular ways. Yeah. What's your thoughts on that? Well, I'm just rambling. What are your thoughts?
To be honest, if you be an original, then someone can copy you. But if you're copying someone else, they can't copy you. And sometimes it's okay to copy someone. Like I copy people all the time. However, I make a little twist to it. I make it original by making it my way. Like I read a lot of books and get quotes from them. But then, like if you see my Facebook quotes, basically what I do from that quote, I relate it to my life and how that is affecting me every day in my life. And no one can compare to that, because that's what happened to me that day in my life. You can look at that quote and you look at it at something different. And what I realized, like during my whole, entire life so far, you will always have someone that's not satisfied with what you do in life. No matter how good you are, no matter how original you become, there'll always be someone be like, oh, but I don't like that. Yeah, but I don't need your opinion. I think that's what influences people as well not to do network marketing, because one person can give you their opinion and you'll be like, no, I don't want to do it anymore. But why are you letting that opinion stop you from being who you want to be for tomorrow? Right. So I think you should just keep on going.
Yeah. That's good. As a matter of fact, I just today I just put up a quote similar to that. And I love this so much that I put it as my cover, and it said, do you remember who you were before the world told you who you should be? Because so many times our actions are actually dictated because of someone else's opinion. And you see it all the time in network marketing. You know, we won't reach out to a certain person because we're like, oh, you know, they're going to think this about me. You know, they're going to start saying this kind of thing about me and all of that. So we don't take that particular action, or we don't post a particular thing because we're like, oh, you know, these type of people are going to say these negative things about me, or they're going to think about me in this type of way. And, you know, in all honesty, people's opinions really don't matter. Because they don't understand the context of your life. All right, so they don't understand why you are out there doing what you are doing. So when they come in with these different opinions, it really doesn't matter. And I think we have to get to that point to where we really allow our decisions to be our decisions. If we want to do a particular thing, we do it because we want to do it, and not because of someone else's opinion of why we're doing it or not doing it. I think that's great. And you said a great tip there when it comes to when we are posting those motivational posts. It is always great, like you were saying, to on top of the caption or in the description area to add your spin on it. You know, talk about why that particular quote is important to you, or what you got out of that particular quote, instead of just kind of just copying and paste the quote or just sharing the post. I think that's a great tip. So you guys make sure y'all start doing that. If you're catching this, if you're catching this live or you're catching on a replay, make sure you start doing that. I really believe that is great advice. All right. Hey, Rhonda, great to see you jumping on today. Of course, any other questions? We're getting ready to wrap up here in a minute. I think this has been a great show up and grow your business episode. We're getting ready to wrap up here in a second, but we will take one more question. If you do have one, we will take it. So Selva, I almost called you Sylvia. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
No problem. That's my nickname. Everyone calls me that anyway. So it's
Is that right? Oh, wow. Great. All right. So I guess I'm not too far out of line then. Yeah. Okay. So now you are doing, you have a business that you are in right now. You of course are a lawyer, but you also are in network marketing. And could you kind of just elaborate a little bit on your particular business? Just tell us what it's about. Maybe someone in the audience that's watching this video that may be looking for opportunity to join with. Cool. They see you as a person that they would love to, you know, connect with.
Yeah, my pleasure. Basically, I work for a team called Infinity Team. And what we do, basically, it's in 26 different countries. And it's all online. And, like, we've got, like, different things that you can do. Like, for example, electricity bills are very high. So we've got cheap electricity bills, like affordable ones. We've got Vodafone deals. We've got like office equipment. We've got gas. It's just different things that you can buy. And what it is, it's like being in a contract. So what I look for team players that want to become part of my team, or I also look for customers, people that want to get cheaper bills, no matter what country you are, where you are in the world. If you're part of the 26 countries that we are aligned with, it's a very big company. And the thing is, I've seen that there's a lot of success in it, and you do earn, quite a bit of money from it. So it does help you in the long run. And at the end of the day, even if you don't enjoy it, we have a 10-day cooling off period. Basically, you sign up, and then after 10 days, if you don't like it, you can quit. But the other thing is, you don't want to be a team player. You can be like a business owner. You can be one of the customer. And basically, there's a lot of opportunity from the work. And because it's in different countries, we always have like big meetings or functions that you can go to different countries, and we'll tell you where it is. Some people go there. We go as a group. Like, I've met people from there that I didn't even know, from different nationalities and now they've become like family, and you see them grow. And what I don't know how different network marketing, I've seen different businesses, but the one I'm currently at, how they do it, it's like you see people grow, and when I grow, my team grows. And when my team grows, they make me have a high position. So you're helping most workers, or like if you open a business tomorrow and like you open a shop of coffee, your next door neighbor, when they get a come and they do coffee, you'll be like, do you know what I mean? You'll be a competition with them.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas network marketing, it's not about competition, it's about helping each other. So if I help someone become a team leader or to become a business owner or become one of my customers, in the long run, they're going to help me grow. And then when they grow, I'll keep growing. So I love being part of a team where there's no, like, the competition is making each other grow, not competition to make me fall. So if that makes sense, I
Yeah.
really do enjoy that.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And that's one of the things that I love about network marketing is that it seems, well, I guess there are certain companies where there is a lot of that just competition, one team against the other team and all of that. But what I find, I guess because I gravitate toward this, but what I find is that there are a lot of people, even within different companies, that don't mind giving you advice or helping you along in your business, and you may not even be part of that business. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons why I have this show right here, is to just help network marketers across the industry, no matter what company you're with, no matter what industry, but just kind of to help all network marketers so we can all unite and see that we are basically one big team, and we're all here to help each other out, because the more successful the industry is, the more successful everyone inside of the industry will be. And people on the outside, they won't look at network marketing as like this scammy type of thing, but they'll start looking at network marketing like, wow, this is this cool family of people, this network of people that just want to see others grow and achieve things in their lives, too. So that, I love that. And so if someone does want to reach out to you, what would be the best way for them to contact you if they want to really know more about, what you have going on, or if they just feel a connection with you on today? If they, like, man, they're like, Souza is really someone that I vibe with and connect, and I think I can learn something from, how can they connect with you?
Well, there's different ways. Like, I've got a Facebook page. I'll put my link on, like, give it to you.
Okay.
Basically, they can go through my motivational quotes. Some people don't want to connect. They just want to read what I go through every day. I love getting photos from around the world. So if anyone has photos that they see, like if you look at my Facebook page, basically what I have is like the nature, things that you do not control, but they look so pretty and they're just there. And like, if God can take care of them, you have you don't need to worry about your life. What they can do is they can inbox me through Facebook, and it just depends what they need. I usually, like, straight away call them, because these days, even though, we're in different countries, you've got WhatsApp, you've got Viber, you've got, there's a lot of ways we can connect. We can even connect through like Facebook Messenger, face to face. It just depends what they want and what they're looking for, to be honest. Like, and even because I'm a lawyer, I can even become your immigration, department. Like, it just depends what you're looking for. I can help in their law part of perspective, and I can also help them in, like, if they're looking to become a business owner, or if they want to become a customer. It's totally up to them. I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere, and I'm still, helpful for people that need help. And I just want to know people's lives. I love seeing miracles through people's lives. So I like to hear people's stories. So if you want, just inbox me and I can go from there.
Yes, I love that. I love that. And you're like music to my ears, because I love how everything is all about helping others. I love that. I love that. And I have a training group that we talk about this all the time, is that when it comes to business and when it comes to anything online or anything, there's three things basically that you have to do: build an audience, build a relationship with that audience, and number three, solve that audience's problems. And I love that, because as people, and as marketers and as business people, our primary objective is to find people that have a problem and be able to find a solution to that problem. And I love that when you have that mindset. Of course, I know you do, because you are you're doing pretty well in your businesses, but you have that mindset that you're just there to help people, whatever their particular problem is, what they're looking for. You want to be able to provide that solution for them, and that is key. And Tara Lee has a question here. And we've been touching on it. We've been touching on it. And she just says, how can we attract more people to us?
The best way is be yourself. Show people your lifestyle. Because even though, like, what I don't get, I meet a lot of people, they'll be like, oh, I've got nothing in my life. I have a family and I've got 2 kids. I'm like, but there's people out there that don't have kids, that don't have a family. So it's not about showing off. It's about appreciating what you already have. And once you appreciate that little thing you do have, I think that's how people grow. And that's the only way I started growing, because when I was at university, I didn't know anyone. And the thing is, it was so hard going through exams and everything. I'm like, how am I going to connect to people? I don't even have time to attract people, let alone talk to people. But the way I attracted people is by appreciating my life and showing other people how they can appreciate their life as well. And that's how you attract people. But if you straight away jump to them and be like, oh, I have this telemarketing, oh, I've got this online networking, do you want to pay $500? No, of course I don't want to pay $500. But if you show them how peaceful your life is, if you show them, and don't get me wrong, I've got problems every day, and the thing is, you overcome those problems, and everyone goes through the same problems. And our other main thing that attracts people to you is by when they see you appreciating something that you've asked for. There's a lot of things that, like, you pray for things maybe last year. It doesn't matter what religion you are. We all pray to someone or to, something. And I, respect every religion. And the thing is, when you pray and you get that answer, for example, and then you're asking for something else, but we forget to, thank God for the thing that we did get. Like, for an example, I'm like, oh, I just want to earn $500, just 500. Once I got to the 500, I'm like, oh, what's 500? I want 1,000. But I forgot to say, oh, you know what? This 500 is gonna feed me for a whole 2 weeks. And that's the other back thing. If you don't appreciate, you'll go through a time where you have no work, and then you'll be like, oh my God, when I did have work, where did all that money go? I didn't even appreciate it. So I think appreciation makes you attract people. Connecting with people that you don't know, like, for example, I have that LinkedIn account. In my LinkedIn, I've got, like, all kind of people. I've got trades like electricians, I've got like lawyers, I've got barristers, I've got people like business owners. You have to look at different types of business people, like accountants. You have to connect with people, one person from every single place. That way, that one person can connect you to everyone else. Like, if my friends are only, for example, you have to meet people, like, my sisters work at Chemist Warehouse, and, like, I connect with people that work Chemist Warehouse because they connect with other people. So you have to connect with people with different levels. So it doesn't matter, like, people say, oh, now we'll only connect with lawyers because lawyers see clients every day. But that's not true. Without clients, we're nothing. And that's how network marketing is. If you don't have clients, you can't grow a business. And if you don't approach clients not gonna, no one's gonna knock on my door and say, oh, Silva, I need this, blah blah blah. I need to approach people. And you need to be out there, and you need to show people. And at the end of the day, everyone looks at their sad life more than their happy life. So if you want to attract people, don't show them your sad life, because the less you show people your sad life, the less you have it in your life, because you won't think about it. And at the end of the day, we all struggle, and that's the one thing people don't understand. Like, I would meet people and they'll be like, oh, I'm struggling. I go, okay, don't you think your neighbor is struggling? No, 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 they're not struggling. Just because people show you their happy side, just because people show you how rich they are, if you look deep down, maybe they're not. But because they're so positive in life, positive things come to them. So, at the end of the day, it's also law of attraction. Like, surround yourself with successful people. people that want to see you grow. They don't have to be successful in education. I know people that, haven't studied one bit, but they're the most successful people I've ever met in my life. Like, I'll start like with my dad, for example. He's not educated, but he's the most successful person I've met. So you need to see people around you and learn from their experience, because their experience will teach you like a lot of things. So yeah, that's my opinion.
Yeah,
How
yeah.
to attract people.
I love that. I love that. And I've gotten to the point now where whenever I have a question, I try to become so just self-aware of myself, just become aware of myself and what attracts me to people. And so when I reverse engineer that, why am I attracted to this particular person? When I look out and I say, okay, well, why am I connected with this particular person? Why do I like looking at the things on their page? What attracts me to them? Then I'm able to kind of reverse engineer that and say, okay, well, if that's why I'm attracted to them, then, I need to kind of go along those lines. Like for instance, I'm attracted to people that are very positive. That's what attracts me. I love being attracted to positive people. And when I see people on their page and they have a lot of positive things, then I'll more than likely probably follow that page, just so I can get inspired by those things. Okay. So I know that, and if I want to attract people that are positive, then I should probably put out positive things on my page, because I'm going to be able to attract other positive people also. So, you can kind of go and just reverse engineer why you are attracted to other people, and that'll help you become more attractive also. That's kind of how I look at it.
True.
Yeah.
No, that is true.
Yes. And as you were saying there about the positive, I started thinking about how if there were roses all around, would you be attracted to the good smelling roses or the bad smelling rose? If there is such a thing as a bad smelling rose, most people are going to be attracted to the good smelling rose. So, as you were talking about how, everyone has struggles, but we don't have to always just pour our struggles out there on social media for everybody to see, because that's not going to be very attractive. Okay. I don't think so. For me, it's not very attractive. All right. For the type of people that I want to attract. Now, if I want to attract very negative people, then I'll probably put out a lot of bad negative things, because negative people will be attracted to that. But if I want positive people in my life, then I know I need to, put out great smelling type of material, content. And that will attract those type of people. So you put out what you want to attract. I think that's basically kind of it. Yes. All right. Yes. And Crystal says, Sherry says, thank you once again for the information. You two are so amazing. Well, thank you. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you. We're glad that you all are getting a lot of great nuggets out of today's broadcast. And on that note, and let me see who else, make sure I didn't miss a question that came through. But let's see. Nope. Well, on that note, I want to thank everyone for tuning in on today's broadcast. I see we have Jessica, Crystal, Sherry, Terry Lee, Ashley, and Rhonda. Hey, glad to have you jump in. I didn't see you jump in a minute ago, but glad to have you jumping on today. And make sure, yeah. All right, so glad to have you guys. And definitely thank you so much for sharing with us on today, Selva. You were awesome. You brought a lot of great insights. And I think if people really grab a hold to the things that you were saying, I think it can really change a lot of people's businesses. Definitely the mindset and the way that they are approaching their business going forward. Thank you so much for taking this time out of your busy schedule. I know we had to end up rescheduling this particular live a few times, but I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. And do you have any kind of last thing that you would like to just say before we get ready to sign off?
Well, thank you for having me. And, I love what you do, and I've read what you post as well. It's just that I love to see positive people as well, and that's how I see your Facebook. So I just want to thank you and thank you everyone. And if anyone needs anything, just let me know.
All right. Well, thank you. And we're going to put in the comments or in the description area a link to where you'll be able to reach out to Selva if if you found that connection. And I know a lot of you have, because just sitting here, I have that connection also. And I'm like, wow, I'm going to start reaching out to her a little bit more and looking at her page. So, but if you have that connection, you want to find out more about what she has going on, then feel free. We're going to have that link up there in the description. Just feel free to reach out if there's some questions that we didn't get answered, or maybe some questions that pop in your mind as you go through the replay, then feel free to just reach out to her. And I think I'm pretty positive that she will, of course, link up with you and answer any questions that you might have. Once again, thank you guys for tuning in on today's broadcast. And if nothing else, I want you to remember this, my favorite quote, and that is this: if you go out and you help enough people get the things in life that they want, you have everything in life that you need. And that comes from Zig Ziglar or Jim Rohn. I can't remember who I first heard that from, but it's one of those two. So if nothing else, you guys have a great rest of the night.
Thank you.